Hi there. So I'm continuing my search for one single copy of each of the 90 skill books scattered throughout Skyrim. In this episode I'm going to be collecting the archery skill books, and I'll be collecting them in this order: Father of the Niben, the Black Arrow, the Marksmanship Lesson, Vernaccus and Bourlor, and finally the Gold Ribbon of Merit. So as I go along, I'll also provide alternatives in case any of these books are a bit difficult to obtain for anybody, particularly people who are only interested in reading a copy of the book to obtain the skill boost, and also people who don't mind stealing the books. I'm going to be avoiding stealing as much as possible because I want these to put onto the bookshelves at home. So I'm starting at the Wreck of the Brine Hammer, which is way up north, quite near Dawnstar. If this is a tricky location for some people to get to, you can also obtain a copy of the Father of the Niben at, if I can find it on the map, yes, at Hunter's Rest. There is a copy on the floor between a pair of bedrolls, and you can take that, and it is not classed as stealing. But at the Wreck of the Brine Hammer, what we need to do here is mash the jump button just to get inside here. Right, that was a little bit frustrating, but I managed it. And here we are. There will usually be a mud crab standing guard at this location. So the next book is the Black Arrow, and I'm choosing to obtain this from Valtheim Towers, which is away east of Whiterun. Hopefully the enemies haven't respawned yet and I can pick this up without a fight. For people who simply wish to read this book or don't mind stealing, there is actually a copy in the Drunken Huntsman in Whiterun. It's under the counter, so that's going to be much quicker than having to fight bandits at this location. Right, looks like one of the... No, in fact they've all respawned, that's typical.
You can take me.
And here is the Black Arrow at Valtheim Towers. So the next book is going to be the Marksmanship Lesson. Hopefully it will let me fast travel away. I can still hear the dramatic music. And for this one I'm travelling to the Cliffside Retreat in the Reach. Now this can be a tricky place to locate. So for an easier copy of the Marksmanship Lesson, you can actually read a copy of this in the living quarters in Jorvaska. It's in a locked display case in, I think, Ayela's bedroom. It will be classed as stealing if you take it. Right, I'm going to wind the time on a little because of how dark it is. That's better. that's 3 down, 2 to go. And the next location is Grey Winter Watch for the copy of Vernaccus and Bourlor. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but who cares? Yeah, I'm really having trouble finding things on the map today for some reason, but there we are, just under the ritual stone. And once again, for an easier copy of this, for people who don't mind stealing or simply want the skill boost, there is a copy in the treasury house in Markarth. It's on the left hand side of the main room. So from memory, I think there's a couple of trolls in this cave. But they're not a problem for my extremely boosted character. And here we are. That's 4 of the 5, just 1 more to go. And our final destination is going to be Angie's camp, south of Falkreath. This is another tricky place to get to, but it is very much worth visiting, especially if you're going to be a serious archer, which I will elaborate on shortly. Again, for people who simply require the skill boost and who do not want to make the trek to Angie's camp, you can actually read a copy of this in the Fletcher's shop in Solitude. It's on the table just on the left as you walk into the main door. I'll wind the time forward again. This book at Angie's camp, you can actually take this, it's not classed as stealing, even if you haven't conversed with her yet. I'll try and avoid triggering the Angie conversation for the time being. And there we are, all 5. And as promised, I will point out that for any serious archer that's looking to maximise their skills, speaking to Angie, she will, as long as you are non-hostile, she will offer you some archery training, which will give you a chance of gaining an extra 5 skill points. So there we are, all 5 of the books, no stealing required. And as I say, if you stay here and do some training with Angie, she'll help you to boost your skills even further. I hope this video has been useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I apologise for having trouble with the map on a few occasions, but there we are. Things never work out perfectly. Bye bye.